According to my opponent, affirmative action has only sought to increase, let me restart this. According to my opponent, affirmative action only makes reverse discrimination among schools. She supports this by showing how reverse discrimination favors by a certain racial category. However, we must remember that for the affirmative side, for our side, we are only seeking the federal interpretation of what is affirmative action. I read from Justice Powell on his ruling between Region of the University of California and versus Bates. This case in Supreme Court history is important to us because this established precedent to all affirmative action cases in America. It first clarifies that the burden of reverse discrimination falls upon the plaintiff or the petitioner to properly justify the reason for reverse discrimination, such as however, the Justice Powell clarified that since the petitioner could not satisfy its burden of proving that the respondent would not have been admitted even if there would have been no special admission program, he must have been admitted. This failure to suggest burden of proof clearly shows that reverse discrimination only applies to when the petitioner sees fit. Another inherency claim that my opponent brings up. Oh, wait, I'm reading from the wrong notes here. Another claim that my opponent has is the minority's merit of being accepted inside of these schools that are being so closely competed for by whites. At Berkeley Law School, the affirmative actionless admission policies yielded an incoming class of but a single African American student for 1997-1998, and that student was a holdover from the previous year's application process. We must realize that diversity is recognized as an important part of educational standards in America. To back this, I will quote from the American Council on Education, which states that diversity enriches the educational experience we learn from those whose experiences, beliefs, and perspectives are different from our own. And these lessons can be taught best in a richly diverse intellectual and social environment. What better environment than the classroom? By this statement, education defined by the American government is by those interacting with the environment and the curriculum that you learn from the school. Thus, diversity is an important educational standard that we must all fulfill. In order to achieve this, the Supreme Court has also realized that a quota system is not the way to approach this, as was the case in the case of University of California v. Bates. Finally, the solvency claim of my opponent. Oh shoot! I completely lost here. That's all I got. I'm sorry.